Hey guys, what's up? Today we're going to play Super Mario 3D All-Stars on the Nintendo Switch. So this will be fun. Of course, I got the cartridge version, which they're supposed to be discontinuing the cartridge version in the near future, but we'll see what happens. Hopefully you can still buy it digitally. So this is kind of a really neat game because it takes the three main 3D polygon style games, Super Mario 64, Super Mario Sunshine, and Super Mario Galaxy, and puts them all into one game for the Nintendo Switch. Unfortunately, they haven't put Galaxy 2 yet, but hopefully they will. So Super Mario 64, I remember when this came out, actually before it came out. My buddies and I were in high school. I got a game file here going already, so I'm just going to play that. But I remember some friends of mine back in high school, about three of us, we on our lunch break, we went over to Blockbuster Video because the Nintendo 64 was not out in stores yet. It still had a couple of weeks to go, but Blockbuster had one on display with Mario 64. So we decided to go check it out. And funny thing about 3D graphics at the time, like this style of polygon graphics, they really weren't that good. I mean, they're okay. They were kind of new, revolutionary. You're going from Genesis and Super Nintendo to Saturn, PlayStation, and Nintendo 64. So you were 3D graphics were basically what you saw on PCs at the time, which PC gaming wasn't really like a huge thing yet. But you also had like games like Star Fox and whatnot. So when this came out, I mean, you still had like some 3D games on PlayStation 1, which had been out for a year beforehand so far. Uh-oh. Sliding down the slide. It's always hard for me to talk and play at the same time. But anyway, I mean, there were some 3D games out on PlayStation. You had games like Resident Evil. Resident Evil was very good, but it wasn't like a full 3D experience because Resident Evil was like a 3D character, but like a 2D like a pre-painted kind of background. Let's go surfing here. But I mean, there's a couple out there, but they weren't like really good yet. So when we first saw Mario 64 in action, this game right here running on Nintendo 64, I mean, we were blown away. I mean, everyone was blown away at the time. I mean, it was really really neat. It was really cool, and a lot of the 3D style games that would come out afterwards on all the other systems, they owe its existence pretty much to this game because this game kind of set the standard. Otherwise, it would have taken a little bit longer for this style of gameplay to be. Oh yeah, there we go. Otherwise, it would take a little while for this style of gameplay to kind of be better, to be more polished. Otherwise, it would have been a little more clunky and whatnot. But of course, the analog stick helped out a little bit too. But I actually really liked the Nintendo 64 controller at the time. I know the analog stick doesn't really hold up well. Oh, that's right. I picked the other one. Okay, let's go find the cannon. Gameplay in this still holds up really, really well. Let's see. Let's go. Oh, is this it? Here we go. Yeah, we want to go in here. And graphics look a little bit dated, of course, but the gameplay, it still holds up really good. Come on, let's go for the tree. Go for the tree. Oh, that worked. Oh, I already got that one. That's okay. Let's do it again. Let's do a different level. Save and continue. Let's go find another stage. Let's go up. I think I can go up. Do I have the key yet? Nope, not yet. Alright, let's go down. Not really a fan of the ghost house. Let's go further down. Let's go into one of the desert levels. So I remember a friend of mine back in high school. He was the first one in our group to buy the Nintendo 64. I think he was the only one. But all the rental places, Blockbuster Video, private video rental place at our town at the time called Video World. They were all renting. Actually, I don't know if Blockbuster was renting the Nintendo 64, but I remember Video World. The mom and pop place was renting it out because they were always rent out systems. But my friend Rod, he had this really good idea. So what he ended up doing is he saved some money, ended up buying a Nintendo 64, and he wrote out a contract, and he ended up renting it out to all of his friends and classmates and undercutting the video stores. And of course, he wrote out a contract, in case it got damaged, they'd be responsible for it and all that kind of stuff. So just to help protect him. But he ended up making his money back and paying for the system probably within the course of 3 months. And he rented out in times where he would play something else or go hang out and play Magic at a friend's house or something like that. Sometimes he'd rent it out to a friend overnight if he needed a ride, or hey, let's go get some food. I don't have any money. You want to buy me Subway or something like that? So he actually ended up making a lot of money off of it and paying for the system. So really, really smart of him. I love that. He just grabs his hind end and screaming. But anyway, that was pretty much our first time playing Nintendo 64. Was we would all get together and rent his Nintendo 64, or I'd trade him a Magic card or buy him lunch to rent the system over the weekend or something like that. So yeah, it was really smart idea of him. I mean, he was a smart dude back in the day. I'm still friends with him to this day. Him and I actually work at the same place, so I still see him on a regular basis. But man, this game was a lot of fun. I still prefer the 2D style Mario games better than the 3D style stuff, but it's still a fun game. But I never get tired of that. Let's kill this guy. Yeah. So yeah, that's Mario 64. I mean, graphics it scales it to high definition. It doesn't scale to widescreen though. I remember a lot of people online when this came out were concerned that this game was not ported over, remade and optimized for the Nintendo Switch with the source code and whatnot. It was basically an emulated version of the Nintendo 64 game. And it still runs great, and I'm hoping the reason they did that is because they plan on using that same software to bring over more Nintendo 64 games to the Nintendo Switch. So, oh crap. I'm not as good at this Mario game as I am some other games. But eventually I ended up getting a Nintendo 64, ended up buying a used one, and I picked up my own copy of the game. But for me, I was actually more excited for... oh god, that was so horrible. I was more excited for Mario Kart that came out on Nintendo 64. Because Mario Kart was a lot of fun on Super Nintendo, but I always thought it was a little bit overrated. Even though it was still a good game, but it was a little overrated in my opinion. But I was always more of a fan of the 3D style Mario Karts. So when Mario Kart 64 came out, I was a huge fan of it. And I still think it's one of the best Mario Karts. I mean, definitely much better than the Super Nintendo game in my opinion. Not a popular opinion, but it's still my opinion. But I do not remember where to go in this because I have not played this in so long. Let's sink down. Oh, is this where the Loch Ness Monster is? Yeah, there it is. We'll give it 350. That's a reference to South Park for any of you dummies out there. Let's see. I think you turn in the direction and it'll actually... Yeah, there we go. So let's try one of the other games real quick. Let's see. Nope, I wanted to... Let's see. Oh, there we go. Hit the minus button. And return to title selection. Okay, so this is Mario Sunshine. It originally came out on the Nintendo Gamecube. And what was interesting about this game... Because this was the title Mario game for the Nintendo Gamecube. But what was interesting about it was it didn't come out at launch for the GameCube. It came out a little while later. Like with the Nintendo, when the NES came out, you had Super Mario Brothers and even the original Mario Brothers. When Super Nintendo came out, that launched with Super Mario World, and then when the Nintendo 64 came out, you had Super Mario 64. So you kind of had those titled Mario games. Oops. I am not very good at this game, by the way. But with this, when GameCube came out, you did not have a Mario game released with the GameCube when it came out. You instead had Luigi's Mansion. So that was kind of like a real interesting thing. I mean, I don't know if they just started late in development or if they just want to add more to it or whatever happened to it. But a lot of people really like this game. I'm actually not a fan of it. I'm not a fan of the game. I can never really enjoy it or get into it that much. Not that it's a bad game. It's actually a really good game. A lot of people really like it. It's just not a game that I've really enjoyed. I tried to play it a couple of different times. I picked it up on GameCube back in the day, but could never really get into it. But as far as the Switch version, I don't know if this one is emulated or if this one was kind of ported over. I think this one was emulated as well. But the graphics are in widescreen, so I don't remember if the game supported widescreen on GameCube or not. There's actually a handful of games on the GameCube that did support widescreen if you played with component cables. A lot of them even supported a 480p resolution. But I don't remember if this one was one or not, or if it plays in widescreen through the emulation process. But anyway, I like the flying thing. That's actually kind of cool. But yeah, I mean, GameCube was a pretty cool system at the time. Didn't have a lot of first-party games that I really, really loved, like the Nintendo 64 did. But definitely had a good third-party support. I was never a fan of the GameCube controller, though. A lot of people love the GameCube controller. I never really cared for it. So, but I mean, I think a lot of it is because of people that like to play Smash, like Super Smash Brothers. You know, the Nintendo fighting game. I do not remember where to go. Let's see, I think that's the way it came from, isn't it? Yeah. But one of the things I didn't like about this game, and just kind of games of this era, and this was something I was dealing with right before hitting the record button in this section of the video, was like a huge long story mode, like almost like tutorials and all that kind of stuff. I mean, it took a good 10 minutes just to get to the part where I'm in the first level, and that was kind of annoying. There we go. That's what we need to do. But I know a later patch that came out after this game was launched added the option to invert some of the controls. So that's kind of nice. I should probably give the game another shot later. since I think that was part of the reason why I was having such a hard time playing it. But there we go. Got a blue coin. Pump up the water. You know, what funny thing is about games like this that are kind of like tropical and take place like with like swimming and water and that kind of stuff, like Wave Race. I find that, or at least it is for me. I like Wave Race on the GameCube. That was a lot of fun. I gotta play that sometime. But if you ever have like a really cold winter day, or if it's snowy outside or something like that, if you ever, or at least this is for me at least, if you ever play like a game like this, a game like Wave Race or something like that, it kind of puts your brain in like a summer mood. So like, you know, being cold outside or your heater not working as well as it should in the house or something like that, it doesn't really bother you as much. It's like mentally it's warmer in the house. But that's how it is for me. Oh, whoops. Let's wash away all the mud or paint or whatever this is supposed to be. See, I would have loved if they would have found a way, instead of spraying with the button, if you could spray with the analog stick as you're walking. I thought that would be kind of cool. Actually, but what would be really neat is, because I'm playing this on the Switch, if they could somehow modify the game to play with the Joy-Cons. Like, you know, you use one Joy-Con to move Mario around, and then you use the other Joy-Con to spray the water. You know, kind of like when you're playing Mario Odyssey, you know, you're throwing the hat with the other Joy-Con by waving it around. That'd be kind of cool. I like motion controls when they're done well. And I don't like the game being restricted to motion controls. I really like being able to have options. Like, if you don't want to play with the motion controls, you can just play with buttons. That's one of the reasons why I'm actually looking forward to Skyward Sword and Nintendo Switch, is because it has the option to play with just buttons, instead of you're not restricted to only using the motion controls. So that's kind of cool. But anyway, I'm actually going to switch to the next game now, because I'm going to get really bored with this game really fast, and this is going to be really tedious. But before we do that, so here's the third Mario title that's on the game here. It is Super Mario Galaxy, which originally came out on the Nintendo Wii. And the weird thing about this is kind of the same that happened with Mario Sunshine. Instead of... oh, there we go. Gotta start the game. Instead of launching with the Wii, it came out a little while later. Wasn't really a deal breaker for the Wii at all, but because people were really into it. You had Wii Sports, and the Wii launched with a Zelda title, which it hadn't done. A Nintendo console hadn't launched with a Zelda title since the NES. But what's really neat about this game is it supports motion controls, but you can just use the Pro Controller if you want. Like, I'm just, you know, using this guy and just kind of waving around here. Graphics in this look really good. I mean, it's almost on par with Super Mario Odyssey, which Super Mario Odyssey was such a fantastic game on the Switch. But I really like this game. I didn't have a chance to play a lot of it when it originally came out on the Wii, just because I didn't play a lot of Wii stuff at the time. So I'm just going to kind of just play a level here that I've already done. I usually don't get motion sickness from playing 3D style games or first person shooters or on a big TV or anything like that. But this one almost does it for me. Like, I almost get motion sickness, especially on my Vizio TV, which is 75 inches, and all like the stuff going upside down and sideways and stuff. But I mean, to me, that's a sign that they did a good job making the game. So that's actually a plus. But this one kind of feels a little bit more like Mario 64. Like I didn't like the squirt gun aspect of Mario Sunshine. I'm not saying it was a bad game. It was actually a great game. I just wasn't a fan of it. But this game was definitely a lot more fun of a game. I mean, they did a really good job with this game here. I mean, it's still kind of trippy. I mean, I guess if you're like a person that does like something like acid or something like that, don't do drugs, kids. Drugs are bad. But if you're the kind of person that does that, this is probably I don't know. This will probably really mess you up. Or heck, even if you're just drunk. It's been a little while since I played this. I do not remember where to go. I mean, just this right here. Walking on walls and stuff like that. Okay, now I remember where to go. Oh, come on. Do I have to talk to him? I'm not playing with the Joy-Con. I'm playing with the controller. Oh, there we go. I do like the little tip tutorials. I don't like huge tutorials that like stop you from playing the game, but I like the little hints in the bottom, stuff like that. It's kind of cool. I'm a huge fan of the 2016 version of Doom. I mean, I played it on Xbox One and Nintendo Switch. Love Nintendo Switch version. But I did not like Doom Eternal. It just had so much... every time you get a new ability and stuff like that, it puts you in like a little tutorial mode to teach you how to use that mode, which is fine, but to me it just kind of takes you out of the game and slows down the pace of the game. Loved Doom 2016, but did not like Doom Eternal. I'm a very picky gamer. Let's see, did I get all the pieces? I think I'm still missing a piece. Oh, I'm doing horrible. I always have trouble talking and playing at the same time. There we go. Alright, we got one more piece. There it is. Almost looks like a giant peanut. I mean, if you think about it, I mean, the original Super Mario Brothers, when they made this, I don't know if Miyamoto was on drugs or what, because what kind of mind state do you have to make a game like Super Mario Brothers, where you play as an Italian plumber or contractor, depending on the lore. You eat a mushroom to get big. You eat a green mushroom to gain an extra life. You eat a flower to throw fire out of your hands. And you jump on top of other mushrooms that are trying to kill you. I mean, who thinks of this? Who thinks of this back in the early 80s? Alright. If I remember correctly, yeah, you can shoot the little star thingies at people. Oh, I am not doing well. That's alright. Down to my last guy. I was playing this a couple weeks ago. I was doing much better. Well, there went that. All right, let's try another stage. Save your progress. I don't want to quit, but I want to play some more here. Hopefully they'll make Galaxy 2 on Nintendo Switch. So I'll play this file. And what's great about having these games on the Switch is you can play in handheld mode. And of course, the entire Switch, you can kind of move the thing around like this as well. And this doesn't have as much of that tutorial story kind of stuff that Mario Sunshine did. I don't mind it too much, but you gotta keep it at a minimum. Ooh, I have not played this stage yet. And I didn't play a lot of this at all back when it came out on the Wii. So a lot of what I'm playing here, like this stage right here, is actually my first time playing this stage. So, and I'm probably gonna die. Welcome to the galaxy. Almost needs a Guns N' Roses song. Alright. Let's see. So I jump on this? No, let's see. What is the trick to this? I bet I gotta have Bullet Bill jump on those things. Or not jump on them. Fly into those things. I'm trying to spin them away. Gosh darn it. Try this again. Alright. Get out of here. Alright, come on, right here. Yeah, there we go. Alright, try this again. Come on, come and follow me. Come and follow me. Come and follow me. Yeah, there we go. Grab the little stars there. Oh, it's one of the Koopa kids. Actually, I think it's Bowser Jr. I think the Koopa kids were actually adopted in the story. I don't know if you remember the old Super Mario cartoon, but when they added the the Koopa kids in the cartoon, I always thought it was kind of weird that they had different names in the cartoon than they had in the video games. Alright, can I run on these guys? Oh, there we go. I see. Got green arrows. Help make it obvious. Alright, come on, come on. Alright. Not too hard to figure out. Nice and simple. Oh, 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 come on. Try it again, try it again. There we are. So it looks like I gotta shoot a bullet at the center before those things get repaired. Alright, so let's go back down here. There we go. Can I do anything to make those... Oh, shit. There we are. Oh, I got one following me. Come on, come in. Oh, so close. Oh, there we go. There we go. One from overhead. Yeah, I mean, Nintendo really knocked it out of the park with Super Mario Odyssey for Nintendo Switch, so I'm really curious how they're going to top that with the next Mario game that eventually comes out. But, I mean, if you have a choice between picking up this and Mario Odyssey, I mean, definitely pick up Mario Odyssey. But nice thing about this is it's 3 games in one, so you're getting a good Mario experience. You're getting a really good bang for the buck. You got a star, yay. Ball of flame represents the power of the observatory. Yeah, too much story. Skip that, don't care. I just want to play. I think it's because I'm older and I'm in my 40s now that I'm more impatient and I don't like stories in games anymore like I used to. That I like just pop in stuff and play because, you know, being older, having full-time job, that kind of stuff, your time's a little more limited and valuable. A little more limited and valuable than back when I was in college. Alright, so we're going to try one more stage here. And we're just going to pick a random one. And Loop-de-Loop Galaxy. I like this one, actually. This stage reminds me of Wave Race. Great game. They need to bring back Wave Race. Oh, won't let me grab the penguins. Oh. I just want to hold them and say hi to them. And show them the clouds. No, I don't need to be told how to ride. Oh, that's right. This uses motion controls. Yeah, I would almost like a game that was nothing but this. Oh, 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 oh. Barely made. Oh, crap. Oh, crap. Oh, crap. There we go. I always like how they do really good water graphics in video games. That's always really impressed me more than anything with video games. Like Wave Race on Nintendo 64. That's always been really impressive how they did that. Just because it was so early on. I think Halo 3, how they did the water graphics in Halo 3 was kind of cool. But But anyway, that is Mario 3D All-Stars for the Nintendo Switch. 3 Mario games in one. Super Mario 64 from the Nintendo 64, Super Mario Sunshine from the Nintendo GameCube, and Super Mario Galaxy from the Nintendo Wii, all on one single game on the Nintendo Switch. Thank you for watching, and I will see you guys next time. Thank you very much for taking the time to watch my video. If you like what you see and you would like to support this channel and help it grow, please click the subscribe right here. Also, if you like this video, feel free to give a like and leave a comment below. Also, if you click this little bell icon right here, you'll get a notification every time I upload a new video. Thank you very much, and I will see you guys later.